Today on the podcast, we're talking with Bryce Coleman from Magnetic Marketing SEO about some incredible things that he's doing with SEO. Bryce, what do we got going on today?
Today, I wanted to talk about web design. Web design is something that pretty much everyone and their mom does and offers, but they don't do it as well as we do. And there's a lot of different reasons why. So just wanted to put a shout out for our team.
Okay, so something interesting that you said to me before was that you, of course, offer web design as a service. And I think because you have such like affordable rates, a lot of people come to you to the point where one of your number one clients is white label agencies. So literally other marketing agencies go out and get clients to build their websites, and then they come to you to actually get it done.
Exactly.
They're going to charge $5,000 to their client, and then they come to you and you actually like build it.
Yeah.
What are the things that you are doing that other people are not?
So a lot of people overcomplicate the web design process. Like if you go into web design Facebook groups and then see someone's charging only $500, they're going to crap on them a ton and say, oh, web design takes a month to do properly.
Yeah.
Like bullcrap, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't take that long. And then I check their, I'll sometimes stalk their profiles and see like what web designs and it's way worse than ours, you know? It's like, what they're charging, some people charge up to $15,000 for less quality work for what we do.
Yeah.
And then I'll find out that they're outsourcing it to another company in India. And then the other company in India is also not trained as well as my guys are trained.
Right.
And so it's just, web design industry in general is kind of a scam.
Okay.
And it's like one that kind of ticks me off sometimes because I'm on the losing side of the scam because I could be out there scamming people and outsourcing it for super cheap and not doing a good job. But I really care about web design. I don't want to scam people. And so I charge affordable rates and we do a really good job. We build everything on WordPress with Elementor Pro. We do all the on-page SEO. We make sure everything page speed-wise is good. We add the local schema. We add everything that they need for the foundations to have a good website that will rank.
What are some of the things you do? Because I also use WordPress and Elementor for like forever, for everything I've ever built. And when I discovered Elementor, it was like life-changing.
It's so good. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Compared to what WordPress used to be. Yeah. WordPress literally should just have built that in, but whatever. Yeah. My question for you is, what do you do to keep the page speed on your WordPress Elementor sites fast? Because I feel like in the past, I don't know if this is today, in the past, WordPress has been a little bit slow sometimes. Yeah. So what are you doing about that?
So actually, the issue with Elementor that I'm having is it does get bloated pretty quickly. The plugins add on a lot of bloat and load time. Images can be heavy. YouTube, if you don't embed the YouTube video or something, then it slows down the site a lot. But a lot of it is just image optimization, making sure that the hosting is fast itself. If you have a really crappy shared hosting, you're never going to get a good page speed. And then just not overloading the site with graphics. Like if you have a ton of animations and a ton of photos that are heavy and you need to compress all of those photos. Yeah. There's different plugins for that. And I've written some guides on that I can link later on and specifically how to do each one of those steps. But actually the thing that I'm switching, I'm always testing different products and because the market's always changing, free market economy. Yeah. And the one I like the most right now is actually called Bricks Builder. Okay. So we're still primarily using Elementor Pro because my designers are absolute pros at it. Right. Yeah, I've trained a lot of people on, and we've got thousands of hours of designing on Elementor Pro. But I'm currently making the transition from Elementor Pro to Bricks.
What's the big motivation for that?
The biggest thing is Bricks is like a little bit more simplified. So the design-wise, it's a new company. It's only been around for, I think, a year now. Okay. But the idea was people who know CSS and who know coding can use Bricks and make it as customized as they want. Oh, interesting. And it's just super, super lightweight. Okay. So like you can get even just a design. You can add as many heavy images and it's still going to load quickly, even if you don't do the normal page speed optimization stuff. And so there's a lot of room for error. Like, obviously we don't want to mess up, and we're going to still do our normal page speed optimization tasks even when we start building everything on Bricks. But sometimes if you get a lot of traffic to a website that we build on Elementor Pro, it'll start to slow down. Okay. And other issues will slow down the website, and we have to do maintenance to keep it quick and loading fast. But with Bricks, the sites I've made, and I've made really heavy sites and I've made really large sites, and the speed which I'm able to build it is almost the same as Elementor Pro, even though I've only been playing with Bricks for a week now. Really? And this page speed without any optimization is just killing Elementor. And so that's why we're making the switch finally to Bricks. Well, we'll still offer, we'll for our agencies that outsource to us, because we do a lot of white label web design. if they want to keep it on Elementor because they're trained on Elementor, we'll still build on Elementor. But for our own direct clients, that we'll probably could be building in bricks.
When people are looking at creating web designs that are like aesthetic and like good, what you guys are working on, what kind of designs are you like doing? I know you do a lot of like service-based business. Like, what are like the design elements that makes a website look bad versus make it look good?
Yeah. So there's a lot of things from both the design aspect and conversion rate optimization aspect that we have written guides for as well. So like one of the things for the design side is just the photos, how dark the photos are, the theme that you use, making sure that the buttons and you have to have a couple colors that work together. And if it doesn't work together, it's going to be horrible. And so a lot of the time they'll give us the brand and the logo information, and sometimes companies will have a branding guide, and that makes our job easier. If they don't, we'll just play with the different colors, find the shades that work really well. And then the other thing is the images. If you're able to have images of the team, company trucks, company shirt logos, and a family picture of the owner somewhere on the homepage, that builds trust a ton. It's not that people know that's not just some fake website, lead generation site or whatever, because they see and they trust people. And so that's a huge thing. I always try to get my clients to send me actual photo shoot of their family or of their team, of their trucks, so that we can add those to the website, and it increases conversion rate a ton. Also, we try to have that front and center in the top. Under that, we have trust badges, so like where they're featured on, if they're BBB, if they're Home Advisor, whatever trust badges we can add, we'll add that there at the top. Then we'll have a form for where you can easily get contact information, and then we'll have a call to action that also follows them.
What I think is really interesting here specifically is the call to action in the header. Is that like with Elementor, just out of curiosity?
That's Elementor Pro. It's a feature for Elementor Pro specifically.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Elementor Free, you don't have it.
Okay.
So
Would you say that's like a fairly big element?
In my opinion,
for conversion,
it is. I mean, if you want to put buttons all across the website that have the click call, that's fine, and that's great to do. But usually, I like to add buttons that go to different pages across the website. Talk about roofing repair, you link to the roof repair page. If you're and then having a sticky header, in my opinion, is just one of those basic conversion rate optimization things that helps increase people to convert into leads.
So when people are on your website and like you always have like a click to call, are you pushing people towards trying to like call you to get the information more, or like the company, or are you more often pushing them towards like just giving them all the content? Because like, how much time does someone have to spend? I know for myself, like if I was gonna get my roof done, I probably would like
not read a ton, right?
Yeah, exactly.
People don't read the content that much.
Okay.
It's made for Google. The people look at the images, they look at the videos.
It looks professional. I trust it.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And then having the call to actions there. We have like 3 different call to actions. We'll have a chat bot where they can talk to, it's our AI robot, but you can also talk to a person sometimes, depending on the company. And then we have the call to actions, the click to call, and then we have a form on every page.
Okay.
And that's the big 3. But we kind of try to push the call because those conversions are better. If the forms, people aren't usually as serious. They don't convert as high as if people call.
What about like big sales pages? Like, I mean, I think of like infomercially kind of websites that are selling courses, and they have these like
so the funnels
super long with all this stuff throughout it. Is something like that useful for like a roofing company or like a local company?
So those type of funnels or where it's super long, that's usually not for a local company. That's usually for like when you're introducing a new offer and you're trying to get someone excited about it. You have like a sales video, and then you have testimonials, and you have results and guarantees, and you add all those other things, and then they click, and then there's an upsell. That's more for products and more for like educational content. Like if I'm trying to sell a course, that's the style I would use. But people don't really want to spend that much time when they're trying to just get some information. They want to call someone.
Right.
They want to decide if they trust you and then call you. And the big things that they have to they go into deciding if they trust you or not, they want to see the featured reviews. They want to see your face. They want to see that you're a real company, that you're featured on different news outlets, that builds credibility, and then they call you.
How do you get featured on different news outlets?
So that's another thing that we do is we do press releases. There's different types of press releases. Some of them can feature on bigger news outlets that are people recognize, and that's great to add on the website.
And then is that just something that it's like, you do like a press release and it gets distributed anywhere, or is there like, do you have services where you can like connect them? I guess that's more PR marketing, where you get them like an actual write-up and an actual
PR marketing, and then there's press releases, and they kind of go hand to hand. I don't do a lot of PR marketing because it's very time consuming. I would need to charge people a lot of money, and most of my clients right now, they're medium-sized businesses can't afford a full-time, PR
Right.
marketing guy. I do have some friends that are in PR marketing that I can refer if they want to do that type of thing, though.
Okay, fascinating. And then for that, let's say you did get featured on like your local news or something like that. What's the best way to promote that? Do you like stick that like an embedded video on your website or just like a link like as seen on, Fox 10 Phoenix
I
or
just
something?
usually do as seen on and then links to the articles.
Okay.
The problem with those is the articles sometimes go away.
Right.
And so you'll just change it to not have the link and just have the button and
Okay.
feature. Actually, one of my clients just last week called me all excited about being featured on the local news. Because of the website, actually. We built them a really nice website, and they followed my advice. They sent me a bunch of team photos and photos of the company owners and stuff, and it looks really nice. It's called Apex Roofing.
Okay.
If you guys want to look it up in Georgia. It's
Cool.
a sick-looking website, and like the news people found their website and decided, hey, you guys look like a really nice family-owned company. We'd love to interview you. So they got on actual news. And once they send me that, I mean, it's just last week, so I haven't even embedded it on the website or anything yet. But once they send me the video footage, we can create something with that.
Amazing. So obviously web design is huge. This is number one, how you convert. You're getting the news calling you. But customers have the same thing. It builds authority, and they don't even read the text all the time that's on that website, but they just need to look at it and see that it is high quality. So if people are interested in getting you to do web design for them, where do they find you? What do they do?
Yeah, so we'll add a link to the description as well for the podcast. But my company, we have Magnet Marketing SEO. And then we have a web design onboarding form right on there that you can just fill out your information and send it to us, and we'll give you a custom quote based on the size of the site.
Amazing. Thanks so much.